So we are back, and in this video we are going to do a movie review of the Krampus. If you don't know who the Krampus is supposed to be like Santa Claus's shadow, and where Santa gives rewards and presents to good kids, the Krampus punishes the bad kids. And so this movie follows the story of a little boy and his family, and in the movie the little boy like gives up on his family and Christmas, and I guess the way it works in this movie is that he wrote a letter to give to Santa, and then all this shit happened with his family and he tore it up, threw it out the window like 2 or 3 days before Christmas, and like that night Krampus shows up and starts picking off his family. So that's like the main gist. So
he does the whole town first before like the house itself, because like every single, like the clouds roll in and then every house is like frozen.
Yeah.
And like everybody dies apparently, and then it was good. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
I could see why the little boy gave up, because his twin cousins were fucking bitches.
Yeah, so
they were just awful. So yeah, this whole thing will have spoiler alerts, by the way, probably. So
yeah,
bitches, like complete. Like I wanted to like shove their faces in the fireplace.
Yeah. So it kind of had like a Christmas Vacation type thing, where it's like you have the really nice family and then the fucking hillbilly family comes over for the holidays.
The not so rich family.
Yeah. And so this little boy had written a letter, and he was like, oh, you know, I wish my parents would love each other again, and I wish my sister and I hung out more, and I wish, you know, could you like help out my cousins and my uncle? Yeah, I want to can you help out my uncle and his family because they're really struggling? And it was like a really heartfelt letter. And when the fucking redneck family showed up, like you have like these shitty kids. Like one is just
except
like
for the baby,
fat little boy.
They probably will grow up to be shitty.
Not anymore. She dated. You have like this fat little boy who like doesn't talk. And then you have the baby, and then you have the two girls, the two sisters, who are just trashy,
so trashy
assholes.
That when they came in, they were like, "Where's so and so?" They left the baby in the cold car. Like,
yeah.
It's snowing, it's blizzarding outside, and they left the baby in the fucking car. And they're like, "Oh my god, where's the?"
Yeah. So that's the kind of family this is.
Really?
And so after all like the bitching and everything, they're all sitting down at the dinner table. And like the mom's about ready to just like stab the aunt in the fucking throat, and these two sisters ended up taking the fucking letter that this little boy wrote out of his pocket and just started reading it at the fucking table.
It was so bad.
And none of the parents are doing anything.
No,
and like the boy's trying to get his letter back, and it's just like, no, don't start anything, because I'm like, fuck the mom, like that's so fucking rude. And everyone's just sitting there like, oh, whatever, no one cares. And so they read out the letter, and they make fun of him for it, and then they start fighting, because she's like, no, our parents aren't poor, and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, he gets fucking pissed off, and he rips up the letter. He's like, you know, fuck my family, and throws it out, and then fucking Krampus comes.
Fuck shit up.
And yeah, which is weird, because the only weird part about the movie is that the Krampus just annihilates the entire town, which is fucking weird as shit. It's only supposed to be like the bad kids, so I don't know. They went into a different direction than the folklore actually goes, which is fine.
He did attack. I thought for a second he just froze the whole town while he was gonna attack that house.
No.
But they went out and explored, and but they go out and like they're looking for his daughter, Adam Scott's daughter, because once Krampus comes in, it's blizzard. It's blizzard. It's like fucking cold. It's like, And she's like, oh,
My boyfriend.
I'm worried about my boyfriend. He's never like not texting me back. So can I go and check on him? And they let her fucking go.
She's like 16
or younger than that.
Yeah.
Like 16 or younger. And
they're like, yeah, no, it's totally fine.
no
Go
problem,
ahead.
just be back before dark. And like she has to like open up the door because it's like so snowing outside or whatever. And like it's like dark now, and they're like, where is she? You know, like da 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 da. So like they go out and look for
like,
her.
not even before that. It's just like the parents, Adam Scott and his wife, are just sitting there looking out the window
Like,
at the
oh,
like
she's
it's
not
all
back
romantic
yet.
and everything.
Like,
And they're like suddenly concerned when the little boy was like, hey, you know, it's after dark and she's not back. They're like, oh yeah, what the fuck? It's
Yeah.
like, you didn't give a shit like 2 minutes ago. Like, that's your fucking daughter and you don't even care.
fucking stupid. She ends up dead.
She's dead, yeah.
Dead.
She was the first family member to die.
Yeah. So like, and then after that, they just get like picked off, and you're like, yes, and some creepy shit happens. Like, there's like these snowmen that like, I think it's like every time someone like dies, like a snowman pops out in front of their house,
Yeah.
and crazy shit goes on in the attic, like this big jack-in-the-box, and just everything like comes to life kind of thing.
Okay, yeah,
There's
so
like ninja gingerbread man, like think of like the Shrek gingerbread man, but like more animated and more like gonna rip your fucking face off
yeah,
kind of thing.
all the creatures that start picking off the family are like the Krampus's minions, and which was fine. Like the Jack-in-the-Box was like super creepy and it looked really cool. The one thing that pulled me out of the movie were the goddamn gingerbread men, only because it was like it's funny and it's like I get it, it's supposed to be, I'm hoping it's supposed to be funny, but it's like it was so bad and it was kind of lame. I was like, no, it didn't work for me. I thought it was really bad.
It's like Chucky to me. Like they're so tiny, but you're getting the shit beat out of from them. Like I never understood like why they didn't kick the shit, like hunt Chucky across the room. Same thing with like the gingerbread men. They all had sharpened candy canes, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's like the fucking dog just came up and ate them. You know?
Yeah,
and
the
it's like,
dog. I love the dog.
The dog died too.
Everybody died.
Everybody died.
So
the baby died.
Yeah, the baby died. But
ooh, cause the fucking elves came in. Those were cool.
Yeah,
elves
but like,
were cool.
so it was pretty crazy. Like Krampus looked fucking amazing.
Yes.
So good. They did
so
so,
cool.
fucking well. Like props to the costume designer and like the special effects artist and everybody that like did, because he was badass. He was cool.
So like the so like the grandma that was in there, she's like this old lady from Germany. She was badass, and her flashback scene was probably one of the coolest fucking scenes in that movie.
It was like animated.
It had like
storybook animated.
Yeah, it was computer animated, but it had like a Tim Burton feel to it, which was cool. And it showed that like, cause I think
she knew
this was like World War I or World War II.
Yeah, she knew Krampus was there. She kept feeding the fire because she was like, "Don't let the fire out." Like she was like over there just secretly like keeping this fire fueled. And then when shit started going down, she told the story, which was how like what Krampus is and everything. In her fucking flashback, she was like, so awesome.
"Oh, you know, my village and my family had given up on each other and Christmas," and she goes, eventually I gave up on him too, and I wanted everything to just go away. And in the flashback, Krampus had come and just dragged her family away. Like, just dragged them to hell.
See it in the shadows.
It was so cool. And, like, Krampus left her alive just to remember, like, what she did. Like, it's because of her that her family's gone, and left her with this fucking bell with his name on it.
Yeah.
And it was just fucking amazing. And so, at the end of the movie, which was kind of confusing, I didn't really like the ending all that much, but it was cool. So, like, the whole family's gone. And it's just the boy and one of his asshole cousins, and they're running, and they're stuck outside in this truck. And his mom and his dad are
Everybody dies.
Yeah, they get sucked into the snow and they're gone. They're dead. So it's just like up to them to survive, and like the fucking truck won't start, obviously, because it's like negative fucking 20 degrees outside and it's blizzarding.
Everybody's all.
And all the elves like pop up and they drag the cousin out and they leave him. He's like, no! And then like all of a sudden he's like left all by himself because the Krampus shows up and gives him his fucking bell. He's like, yeah, fuck you, your family's mine. Here's your bell. and he's like left in the snow, and then the screen kind of goes black, and then he shows up again. He's just walking through the snow, and suddenly fucking, this is the one part I didn't like, was that he fucking somehow found Krampus and all his little minions, and they're about to go back to hell. Like the portal opens in the ground, which was cool, but it's like, how the fuck did you find him? So that was stupid. But
I guess the only smoke coming from the, snow, I guess.
I don't know. But it's like, it's almost like he stumbled upon him by accident, because he's like kind of walking through the snow like this, all fucking sad. But it was cool. So that scene, he goes up to Krampus, he's like, I take it all back, I want my family back, here's your fucking bill. He's like, give me my family back, take me instead.
Yeah.
And like the little boy's crying, and it was so fucking funny. Krampus is like, oh, and like wipes his tears off his face. He's like, oh, you're crying. Like, he doesn't talk, but it's like, oh, you're crying. And then he starts laughing at the little boy for crying.
All the minions start
they
laughing.
all start laughing. It's like, Krampus thinks he's a giant little pussy.
And what does he do? He picks up the little fucker and throws him in.
Throws him in the pit to hell. And
so the ending was weird. So like, there's a lot of like speculation on like what the ending was. So like the boy, so he gets thrown in, and then the boy wakes up and it's Christmas Day, and he goes downstairs and his family's there, and acts like nothing happened, but he knows.
Nobody remembers except maybe the grandma, because the grandma gave him like this weird look, like, oh, I know what happened.
Yeah, but then he's like, okay, so we're gonna do Christmas. So everybody's opening up their presents, and he gets this little present, and the grandma's behind him, and hand on his shoulder, and he opens it up, and it's the fucking bell with the Krampus's name on it, and like everybody looks at it, and then you can just hear, like, you see everybody's face, and then you could hear everything that happened, so like it's like everybody remembers, and then it like zooms out to like a snow globe with like Krampus's hand, like he's looking into the snow globe at it, and then it keeps zooming out, and it's like all these motherfucking snow globes, and like
you're in Krampus's lair, and he's like, he has all these families.
And there's a lot of Easter eggs to this movie too, like a lot through the movie, and like in the snow globe scene, there's like I think like the Amityville house is in one, and like the Bates Motel I think is in one. I was reading about it. I need to go watch it again because I want to look at all the houses.
I did see in the deleted scene the little boy sharing his Halloween candy with his asshole cousins, and he opens it up and Sam's sucker is in there.
Yeah, because
that was cool.
Same guy that did Trick or Treat did this movie.
Yeah.
So
but like the ending, it's like,
or did everything restart, and like Krampus is just like keeping an eye on them and making sure like the shit doesn't get fucked up again, and he has to come in? Like, did he give them a second chance, or are they sort of like in purgatory? Like, are they stuck in that time? Are like they stuck in Christmas in that house within that snow globe? Like, are they stuck with each other because they hate each other so much?
Yeah.
So it's like, I think they're stuck in purgatory because it's Krampus, I don't think he would have given him a second chance.
No.
And I think he had so many snow globes. I think he just like condemned everybody into that.
But then it's like, are they stuck in that entire day, or are they just like, cuz like when the screen pulled back, like nobody was really moving anymore. When all the audio started playing back, nobody was moving. So it's like, did they remember it and now they're like figurines, or like did they live the whole day over again? And I don't know, like the whole thing was weird, and I think they should have gone with like an American Horror Story type ending, where it's like the little boy is now in hell, and it's like he has to relive the entire fucking day over again, where it's like his family is always gonna get picked off like every fucking day.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Or it's just now they realized what happened and they have to sort of live with themselves, kind of thing.
Yeah.
They have to live with knowing that they hate each other's guts, that boy fucked him over and everybody died and is now in purgatory, so he's gonna get the shit beat out of him like constantly. You know, like, I don't know. The figurine thing's sort of cool, but I feel like since there's snow globes that Krampus fucks him over, shakes him up. I think that's why he has them, so we can keep an eye on him. Yeah,
I don't know.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, the whole movie was really good.
It was really good, but I love it because it was like, it's not rated R. I think it's like PG-13 for the fact that like they wanted to make like a holiday scary movie, but they wanted to still keep it holiday-ish, so like not kids, but you know.
There's like language in it.
You know,
and
there's
whatever,
language, but it's not like bloody or super scary. Like, yeah, the family does get like picked off and shit like that and eaten and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but nothing's gore.
But
There's
like,
only
it
like
has
one
comedy.
blood scene.
It has comedy
Yeah.
throughout it, which was I found it really funny and really it was nice.
Yeah.
It wasn't like watching like a horror movie and then all of a sudden like there's funny parts and it doesn't mesh well.
Yeah.
It just flowed. It flowed really well. So it was really. It was a good watch. It was. I would watch it again.
Yeah. Plus, I love Adam Scott.
Because I would watch.
Adorable.
Yeah, I love Adam Scott. But I would keep watching it again just to try to find all the Easter eggs, because there's like a ton.
Yeah.
And maybe try to understand it more, like understand like the ending better.
Yeah.
You know, I guess I can go like, you know. So if you've seen it and you've watched this review, you know, and you have a different idea about like the ending, or you agree or anything like that, we would love to hear your guys's thoughts.
So yeah, let us know down in the comments if you watched this movie, what you thought of it, and if you liked it, what you thought of the ending, how much you hated those goddamn sisters, because I hated them a lot.
But yeah, like there were some stupid choices in the movie, that's for sure. But the actors, like those people did, like going up the stairs and here's no. But
I hated the mom's sister. I hated the mom's sister so fucking much. She was such a piece of shit. She's such a bad mom.
Yeah, she was.
She's like one of the other people that left the goddamn baby in the van.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like, stop breeding.
Yeah, stop breeding. But yeah, so that was our take on it. Yeah, we went over the whole movie, so hopefully the spoiler ahead didn't ruin anything for anybody. And it's just a recap on everything that happened and how awesome it was and the ending, and all the thoughts go in the comments below. We'll get back to everything, and maybe if there's like a mind-blowing kind of situation about the ending, maybe we'll say it in our next review and give you guys a shout out.
Yeah. So that's it for this movie review. Yeah, we're gonna go.
If
be
there's
sure to like and subscribe.
Yeah, if there's anything you guys want us to watch too and review, thinking of it, put it down there. Because we're always looking for random ones, you know? We're just like,
it can be older movie, it can be like a B movie, it can be a newer movie, whatever. We watch everything. So, yeah.
Like and subscribe.
See you guys later.